Looking beyond PI3K delta in non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Bayer is committed to investigating the PI3K pathway and the role of specific isoforms in NHL.
Welcome to ASH News TV. I'm Ed Hyland. It has been a banner year for ASH.
And I'm Rachel Kopchak. The FDA just approved 3 practice-changing myeloma drugs in the last month.
And that's why the FDA requested to be a part of the annual meeting to help spread the word as quickly as possible. The ASH FDA Joint Symposium helped clinicians understand how these new drugs might be used in the real-world setting. The FDA also shared how they viewed the approval of each of the studies leading up to the registration of the drugs.
Obviously a very exciting time in myeloma. Remarkably this year we've had 7 approvals in 1 year, which is unprecedented, and that reflects a continuum of progress in myeloma that's built over the total of 16 approvals across the last decade or so, 12 years to be precise. And I think that this year's been a banner year for myeloma research. We've really been so pleased with the pace and a number of approvals. Remarkably, in the last month or so, prior to the meeting, we've been blessed with 3 approvals. One of daratumumab, one of a new proteasome inhibitor that's just in the form of a pill given once a week called ixazomib. And then the 3rd approval, which came through just last week, is elotuzumab combined with lenalidomide and dexamethasone. And of course, all of these have been talked about extensively at this meeting with the studies that have led to the approvals being presented.
It's a great collaboration between academia, industry, the agency, ASH, and it's even better that hot off the press. I mean, 3 weeks, we have 3 drugs, and the best time to learn about how to use these drugs is now. And the timing couldn't be better for the ASH and FDA symposium to happen just weeks after approval.
ASH released its new Choosing Wisely recommendations of 5 hematology-related tests and procedures to question, based on recommendations from other medical societies taking part in the ABIM Foundation's Choosing Wisely campaign. Here are the 5 recommendations. Don't image for suspected PE without moderate or high pre-test probability of PE. Don't routinely order thrombophilia testing on patients undergoing a routine infertility evaluation. Don't perform repetitive CBC and chemistry testing in the face of clinical and lab stability. Don't transfuse red blood cells for iron deficiency without hemodynamic instability. Avoid using PET or PET CT scanning as part of routine follow-up care to monitor for a cancer recurrence in asymptomatic patients who have finished initial treatment to eliminate the cancer, unless there is high-level evidence that such imaging will change the outcome. This list joins ASH's 10 recommendations released throughout the past 2 years. This initiative aims to prompt conversations between patients and clinicians about the necessity of certain procedures.
The most important for me were to avoid transfusions or to teach our colleagues to avoid transfusions in people with iron deficiency anemia and to avoid the use of unnecessary testing as a routine in patients admitted to the hospital and in patients with infertility.
We transfuse a lot of patients without any indication, and then we do too many blood tests. So, and we do tests which are not clinically indicated, like doing CAT scan for a PE or doing routine blood work every day. These have not been questioned, but they are routinely done.
With thousands of abstracts presented each year, ASH sets aside time to summarize the emerging and timely research during the featured topic sessions. Here, John Bird and Katrina Jameson tackled the exciting developments in precision therapy.
So one of the most important things I think that has come out of the meeting is that we'll look at DNA, RNA, and protein, and we're not biased anymore. We can apply all those tools to real patients, and then splicing modulation I think is going to be a major player on the stage of precision therapy.
The amazing science reported here at ASH continues with 8 late-breaking abstracts to be presented here in Hall D. They cover a wide variety of hematologic conditions. 2 are in basic science, the remainder in clinical trials. We caught up with the editor of ASH News Daily for a preview on a few of the findings.
There's a pilot project using CAR T cells in the B-cell maturation antigen in multiple myeloma, the first of its kind. There's also 2 very interesting studies that have been done on relapsed refractory CLL, including a very difficult population to treat, those with P53 or 17p deletions, where the use of the ABT-199 has been explored. The late-breaking abstracts this year, I think, are a really impressive crop of clinical trial results. It's worth staying till Tuesday. Stay tuned for more ASH News TV after this message.
MPN heroes have made a real difference in the lives of people with myeloproliferative neoplasms, or MPNs. Insight Corporation is committed to recognizing the individuals and organizations who contribute to the MPN community. We are honored to recognize the 2015 MPN heroes who strive for more research, solutions, and help for those with MPNs. Learn more about the 2015 MPN heroes at Insight, booth 1527.
You'll want to make time to attend Best of ASH for a review of the key themes from this year's meeting. You'll hear about the biggest breakthroughs from the meeting's more than 4,500 abstract presentations.
Themes that I'm going to be pulling out are some new insights into the biology of various blood cancers. I'm going to focus a little on precision medicine and what it might mean for AML and some of the fascinating work that's been described at the meeting this last week. I'm going to touch on some myeloma. Got to do some myeloma because all the new drugs, enormous interest in myeloma this year.
New in 2016, the American Society of Hematology will provide extensive training when they launch the brand new Medical Educators Institute.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take junior faculty with an interest in medical education and provide a didactic session in addition to a research supervised project to develop future educators. Really exciting. What I really hope is that this not only is beneficial to the participant, but that the undifferentiated medical resident sees this and says, ASH is interested in medical education, so am I. So I also see this as recruitment for our specialty.
One major benefit will be their ability to, with mentorship from the faculty at ASH, they'll be able to develop a medical education project. We're hoping that everyone will come to us with a piece of scholarship that they've been wanting to do but just haven't had the right mentorship and haven't had the right support to do well. And this is going to allow them to kind of really take that on and bring it to completion.
Ever wonder what goes on behind the scenes of the annual meeting? Well, here are some fun facts about ASH 15. These screens in the general session are almost 9,000 square feet of projection screen surface. That's about 1 square foot per chair in the general session. 22,915 boxed lunches are served, 150 trailers of equipment are hauled in, and that's 131 more than the Rolling Stones tour. 300 workers put in 21,000 man-hours to set up and dismantle the exhibit hall. Here's a look at some of the top highlights from ASH 2015.
It was fantastic to listen to a lot of speakers with the upcoming drugs in AML, MDS, relapsed refractory setting, a lot of targeted therapies. We are in the epigenetic space. 4 drugs were approved for multiple myeloma this year, so it was very exciting.
I think my highlight was yesterday at the plenary session, the spliceosome talk. I think it was amazing how they combined the background work and then had really implications for the new therapies, the SRSF2 inhibition.
For Australian haematologists, it's just so comprehensive. So, there's every malignant disease we treat. It's here at the meeting. All the, updated information.